Hey guys, this is LJZO724, and today I finished No Country for Old Men by Cormac McCarthy. Um, yeah, this is definitely a slap-bang thriller. It just keeps you on your toes throughout the whole book. So much so that I actually read this book, which, it's not that long, it's 309 pages, but I read it in just one day, which is probably the fastest I've ever read before. This book just hooked me and just kept me into it, and I just didn't want to stop. I literally read all today, and it's basically just about a guy named Llewellyn Moss who is out hunting, and he notices a dog, just this random dog just limping along. He looks back as to where the dog came. He sees all these pickup trucks and dead bodies. It turns out it's the scene of a drug trade gone sour. And he roots through some of the trucks, and he eventually finds a metal case filled with money. You find out later it's like $2.4 million or something like that. So anyway, he takes the money back home. He lives in a trailer with his wife, Carla Jean, I think her name is. She doesn't believe him for a second, but later in the story he asks her to leave the trailer because it turns out, there could be some bad guys following him. So anyway, Llewellyn Moss leaves the trailer. He's going from like motel to motel, trying to sort of shade his tracks, lose whoever may be following him. And it turns out, as he finds later, there's a transponder in the money. And one of the guys who, my guess is survived the drug trade, is out chasing him down. And his name is Anton Sugar. I think it's how you pronounce his last name. And he's this really mysterious guy. The movie for this book is absolutely great in portraying him. He has this weirdo haircut, and he just looks very mysterious. But in this book, yeah, very mysterious guy. He's gradually tracking Moss down. And at the same time, there is a guy, Sheriff Bell, his name is. He's the sheriff of the town, also trying to track this guy down. And it's just, a cat and mouse chase through this whole book, and it really does keep you on your toes. This book really follows the movie well. If you've seen it, yeah, check this out, because this follows the movie almost spot on. The only thing I found that was different was when he goes to when Moss goes to the hotel, and Sugar tracks him down there, and you should know what I mean by that if you've seen the movie. That's different. It differs slightly, not that much, but this book really did surprise me. And one thing you have to know is Cormac McCarthy is a very unique, different writing style. For instance, basically he only uses periods, commas, and question marks. No exclamation points, not even quotation marks. When people speak, it just says, just like, that's pretty close, he said. It doesn't even say who said it. So it does become sometimes annoying even when there's just two people talking, because you gotta follow along and keep track of, who said this and who said that. It's a very unique writing style. And also, McCarthy, the way he has his characters talk, they have like sort of a country accent. So sometimes it does seem kind of awkward, but if you can easily get used to his writing style while reading this book, you will love it to death. This book is awesome. Now, if you have trouble getting used to his writing style, that may affect the story for you. I know for me, when I started this, it did take me a little while to get used to his writing style, maybe 70 pages. But once you get used to it, you really get sucked right into the plot. And all in all, just a very, very great book. I cannot tell you much more than that other than check this out if you want a great thriller, or if you've seen the movie and you really love the movie, definitely check this out. And if I had to rate this, I would have to give No Country for Old Men by Cormac McCarthy. I would have to rate this 4.5 out of 5. Not 5 out of 5, just because of Cormac McCarthy's writing style does take a little while to get used to, and some parts of the book could just confuse the hell out of me, but all in all, the plot is just great, the characters are great, very suspenseful, and yeah, 4.5 out of 5, it's still a really good score. And I do hope in the future to read some more of his works. I plan on reading The Road. That jumped out at me as a really great book. And Child of God. That sounds interesting. And so yeah, 4.5 out of 5. Definitely check this out. Great, great chase scenes in this book. And thank you very much. Please rate, comment.